Thank you for clicking on my video. Some kids made some games here. It said summertime start and then happy summer, the end. And there's Tony. Here is a Darth Vader that someone made. Happy Father's Day. Love Mia, I think it says. And the sun. And I think an elephant and a house. And a rainbow. And another happy Father's Day. And there's Nimbus. So, I thought we'd take a little peek at the garden because there was something funny that I found. These are all bachelor buttons, which are kind of a masculine name for a flower, huh? But if you peer way down here in the weeds and the catnip and the whatever we have, I found two little ladybugs together. I think maybe one was trying to become a father. I don't know. And then there's weeds, but let's get started. Look at the toys. I have a little group of toys today that I got in an estate sale. I've had them for a little while. I just haven't had a chance to make the video. I thought we could do it for Father's Day. They are mostly toys that you would get from a Happy Meal or a Burger King meal. Mostly from the 1990s. I don't know if I said that already. I knew who some of the characters are, but I admit that I did have to look some of them up. This was $3, but I didn't pay $3. We were there on one of the later days in the sale when they discount things. So I think I paid $1. So let's see what we got here. We got some good ones. We also got some duplicates. Do you know who this is? You might hear my cat in the background. He's getting in a paper bag. Let's wait till he gets settled in. This is from a Happy Meal. And this guy's from Spider-Man. And he is the Hobgoblin. It's actually from Spider-Man, the animated series. And it's from 1995. And he's kind of scary looking. And his vehicle has a face. Not sure what the face is. And look at the wheels. The wheels are jack-o'-lanterns. Isn't that cool? And these wings actually have, oh, does he throw pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns? I think he does, doesn't he? I think that's his thing. And then he's got like a little tail at the end of his purple car. A lot of these little toys are a pullback. They've got a, you know, you pull them back and then they zoom. But sometimes with these older toys, that breaks. I don't know if this has it or not. Let's give it a try. I don't think it does. Or if it did, it's broken. But when you move it, watch. The wings flap like a bird. Pretty cool. I'll come this way. There's our Hobgoblin. He's a bad guy. This guy is? I never watched this show. This was Bobby from Bobby's World. And the character was voiced by Howie Mandel, I think. So this is from 1994. And this is from a Happy Meal. He is on, it kind of looks like well, I thought it was a skateboard, but it's not. I think that there's some type of very large roller skates. And he has a helmet on, a purple helmet, because he doesn't want to hurt himself if he falls. And then, is this his little friend, a spider? He's definitely a spider because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legs. Look at his little belly popping out of his little red outfit here with a red t-shirt and red shorts. And he's got his arms spread to help his balance. Bobby's World ran for 7 seasons. Started in 1990. And I never watched it. And he's not a pullback. But he could still scoot along pretty well. They don't go very fast. They certainly don't go as fast as Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels cars. I'm surprised I never watched Bobby's World because I have 2 children. Well, they're grown-ups now. One is a 1989 baby, and one is a 1997 baby. They're not babies anymore. But I'm surprised that I've never seen Bobby's World. Now, with this Goof Troop toy, I got kind of a bonus. How is that, you say? Well, I got 1, 2, 3 of the same toy. This is from Burger King. And do I have the year written down? Let's see. 1995, that would seem right. And it's from Goofy and Max's Adventures. So there's Goofy, and he's holding on, and there's Max. They're both holding on, actually. It looks kind of like a pacer, an AMC pacer, if you know what that is, which you might not, or maybe a Volkswagen Beetle. So I don't know what was going on in the movie that they were holding on to this red car. So he's holding on to the car, and then he's holding on to him. And it looks like they had quite an adventure. These do pull back, and they really zoom. We will have to set up a barrier. We were playing with these earlier with the cat. So you can hear the pullback mechanism. Let me do it again. It sounds kind of like a clock. Okay, so maybe they didn't go as far as they say. I bet she's still got some juice left in them though. Yep, see, let's try that again. Okay. They're pretty cool. Then you kind of got to lift it up if they didn't get their whole zoom out of them to let the wheels go a little bit more. Okay. It was cool to get some from Burger King. Oh, that one was interesting. When you buy these bags of toys, so often they are from McDonald's. So it was kind of cool to get some from Burger King, and then we have actually 2 other fast food restaurants in this bag coming up. This was just kind of a little random wheelbarrow that was in here. I think I have the toys that this goes to. It's Winnie the Pooh. I think we'll just we'll put the wheelbarrow back there in case we have to do yard work. I do remember my older son having this show on. DuckTales. I remember the song. I don't know how much he actually paid attention to it. DuckTales, woo! DuckTales. And then there was Darkwing Duck, and he really liked that. My boy did. But this guy is, who do you think he is? Do you know who he is? This is from 1988. His name is Launchpad McQuack. Now, I don't know what relation he is to Donald Duck or Scrooge McDuck or the 3 little Huey, Dewey, and Louie, aren't they? The 3 little nephews. He's cool, though. Colors are very similar to this Hobgoblin, that orange, like a pumpkin orange, and then a baby blue propeller and some wheels. And I don't think he does much but just go on his wheels. Doesn't go very fast. In his plane. But he's cute. So that's a Launchpad. This is very cool. We all know who that is. That's Porky Pig with a big smile on his face. And he's very patriotic looking. in his blue jacket, red bow tie, and white gloves. And he's kind of in an old-timey car, like a car from maybe the 1930s. But look at this feature in the back. It looks like a safe. There's the knob to turn to open it. Now, what on earth is he keeping in here? It's not money. Did you notice that there was the name of a business on this side? It says Porky's Ghost Catchers. I thought it said carriers at first. I had to stop and read it, but it says catchers. This is from 1992, and it's from a Happy Meal toy, and it's from the Looney Tunes Quack Up Car Collection. And I'm sure that there were probably at least 4 in the collection, and we can look them up and try to get them all. But this is the only one I have so far. So it must be like a Ghostbuster. And his service, his business service, is he comes to your house in his car, and let's say your house is haunted. Let's just say. Or you suspect it's haunted. You hear things that go bump in the night. Or you see a shadow. Oh my. It's kind of scary when you think about it, huh? I kind of gave a little preview just there of what happens. And I think I found the mechanism. You push that and this ghost is going to pop out. So Porky better be careful because he arrives at the scene, he gets the ghost, he somehow cranks this thing open and gets the ghost in there, and then he's got to zoom home because I don't know what he does with the ghost once he gets there. I don't know. Let me try to get the ghost to release. Oh, because then the ghost pops out. Maybe he's got some sort of special place where you take ghosts. I don't think you could take them to a graveyard. You know how cities have city dumps and you can take an old dresser there or maybe some concrete. Maybe he's got a city dump somewhere and you could go dump off ghosts. I don't know. But that was Porky's ghost catcher. Reading this sheet of paper that I have. I couldn't find this one. This guy isn't from a movie or a TV show. He is just a dinosaur. I think he's a Brontosaurus, but I don't really know what he is. No, he might be a Stegosaurus. This is from Burger King, and it was a set of 5. And they are dino crawlers. And they're from 1994. So there are 4 other ones in addition to this blue guy with his green spikes on his back and his scary red eyes from Burger King. He's a wind-up. I'm holding his wheels as I wind this so he doesn't go. Now I'm going to let him go. He's very slow. He didn't even make it to the ghost mobile. He's too scared. here is another wind-up toy. And I laughed very much when I saw this because I did know who this is. I laughed at myself because I thought of myself as a younger woman, a younger mom who played Sonic the Hedgehog with her sons all the time when they were little. And this guy is, at first, when I showed this to my younger son, I said, look, I got Dr. Robotnik. Then I looked it up later when he was gone, and somebody had this listed as Dr. Eggman. I thought, oh, there must be two different guys. And my son just informed me that they are both the same guy. Maybe he's wrong. But there was one particular game that I enjoyed playing that my kids didn't, and it was Dr. Robotnik's Jelly Bean Machine or something like that. I don't know if it was with a Sonic compilation game set. I don't know, but it was like a matching game, a color matching game. And I would actually sit and play that. I haven't played video games in a long, long time because they got too confusing for me once they got, I shouldn't say they got too confusing. They got a little too sophisticated for me. My boys played Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis with the cartridges. And then as young adults, they perhaps ventured a little bit more into PlayStation and stuff, but and they don't really play video games anymore. I liked the simple ones, and those are the ones I remember playing with them as little kids. So this is from a Happy Meal, and it's from 1993. And let's wind him up. He does work. Okay, so here he goes. He's noisy. This little dinosaur wants to go. I had to look this guy up. Who this guy reminds me of is the old-time Looney Tunes cartoons that I grew up with, old school. The lion that would ask Bugs Bunny, he was on, he would always ask how many lumps, and the lion would go, oh, 3 or 4. That's who he reminds me of. And if you know that old cartoon, if you don't, look it up. It was funny. That's who I thought this was, but obviously it's not. It's somebody who's in modern times, or at least 1990s modern times. And his name is Wildcat, and he's from Tailspin, the show. This is an older one, and he is a lion. He's a mechanic. And this is from Happy Meal, a Happy Meal, and it's from 1989. And he's got a really cool green plane with red trim and a propeller. And he's a little sweetheart. Look at his little fang. I don't really think he pulls back. This is metal, too. He's plastic. Oh, he turns around. I don't know if he's meant to do that. Maybe he turns around when we make him go. No, he doesn't. He just he glides around town. And he goes to, since he's a mechanic, he just checks on everybody. Maybe they need a tune-up or an oil change. Or maybe they just need to get checked on. Hello, 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 hello. Are you okay? Everybody okay? Good. Good. Let's... Oh, I don't know what This guy, we all know who this is, right? This is Wolverine. And what does it say on the bottom? What does it say? 1996, I think. Made in China. Oh, I didn't know those snap back. This doesn't have any wheels or anything on the bottom. And he's from a Happy Meal, 1996. So, the feature of this in his blue plane is that when you move these things here, watch, these things and the wings are going to pop out. Shoot, shoot. So he's kind of like the protector here. He's going to look over these guys. We've got a lot of workers here. We've got a mechanic, a ghostbuster, a kid, and like maybe a policeman or a crime fighter in Wolverine. This is from Chippendale's Rescue Rangers, I think. It's from 1989. And this is missing parts. It had interchangeable parts. And I'm missing a propeller portion of this. And look at his little wheels are buttons. I think that all of their vehicles were made out of found items. I think that was like their thing. And I even think that this, what he is sitting in might even be some sort of a cup. And I don't think that that thing in front moves when he moves. It doesn't. But he's cute. That's an oldie. And he's missing some parts and they weren't in here. And I have two of them. Two of the exact same guy. And this one's even missing more parts because he doesn't even have that. But that's okay. They're cute, aren't they? We all know what I do with a lot of these toys. I put them in a big container at Halloween and I let the kids choose what they want. So I might end up with this. I don't know if the kids decide that they don't want him because he doesn't have parts, but they won't. They'll take him. They love getting toys. They love it. So, remember how I said they weren't all from McDonald's? They're not. We've had some from Burger King. This is from Wendy's. And it is from 1996. And the group of toys, the promotion was called Cartoons. T-O-O-N-S though. And I got the girl one. Look at her pretty red lips and her long eyelashes. It's pretty cool. And she has, like Batman has, like a thing for, I don't know what these are called, that like flames would come out. Does she pull back? I don't know. She doesn't. She can't even really go straight. She's cute. and very colorful. She's like a rainbow. She's going to add beauty to our little collection here. That's going to be her contribution. Didn't know who this was either, because this is from Taco Bell. It's from 1995, and this is Pack Rabbit. And he's kind of like a hippie rabbit. Look at his headband. He's like if Spicoli was a rabbit. Well, he's Pack Rabbit. And he is on a turtle, a yellow turtle. I love it that I got a Taco Bell toy. I feel, I'm not putting this in the Halloween bucket. I think I gotta keep him. In this group, it was called Desert Cruisers, which I may have said. There are 3 others that I don't have, so you can look for them. You can dig around people's basements and old toys at their garage sale for me. One of them is named Slowbo. One of them is named El Cid, and one of them is named Mo. They all rode different animals. And it says that they were pullback toys, but mine is broken, I think. No, you're not broken, Pack Rabbit. Here I am telling the world that you're broken. Oh my goodness. You're not broken. Let's see how fast you can go. Let's move everybody back. Give him some room here. This is his time to shine. Give him that. Oh, wow. And he's the fastest out of all of them. Here I am telling everybody that he's broken. Talking about him. Okay, let's have a little race. I think he could easily beat these, which are the fastest of the pullbacks so far. I'm pretty sure he could. He's the Pack Rabbit. Oh yeah, he's so speedy. I gotta show this to the cat when we're done. He's gonna love that. This guy really wants to go. When we wound him up to demonstrate what he could do, he didn't want to do anything, but in the ensuing 10 minutes after we were done with him, he really decided he wanted to show us his stuff. I love Pack Rabbit. I think he might be my favorite. But we have one more. Let's see. Who's in there? Who's in that bag? One more. Oh, I know who it is. This guy. I remember the song for Goof Troop too. I don't really remember my son watching it too much, but I can remember the show coming on and the theme song. Isn't that funny? How we remember the theme song so much. Talking about the Goof Troop. Ooh. Or no, I think I'm thinking of DuckTales too. I do remember this. 1992. And this was in a series from Burger King. I think he's kind of got some paint chipped off of him. So Burger King kids meal. And this was from Goof Troop Bowlers. He's got a bowling ball. He's kind of doing a funny move there, laying. Let's see if he's a pullback. He is. Not really sure how well he can go, though. Okay, let's see if we can work with him a little bit. But this is PJ. PJ's a little broken. Well, PJ, we love you anyway. Think we can find you a home come Halloween. You still can roll. And you're still cute, I'll tell you that much. I know there was the Goofy movie. I can remember my husband taking my son to see that. I don't think any of these toys are from that, though. They're cute, aren't they? They're a whole rainbow. You put the red. I mean, I have to do it. Let's just try. Red, orange, yellow. There's a rainbow right there. It's late. I'm getting a little slap happy. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and going a little back in time, looking at some old toys here. Doesn't it seem like the 1990s were just yesterday? It does to me. Simpler times, or were they? I don't know. Different times, I can tell you that much. And here are some toys from that era. Very interesting to look at. Our little random wheelbarrow. I think that I have the Winnie the Pooh toys that goes with, though, like I said. And let's zip it up, and I'll put it with my other toys. You have a wonderful rest of your day